Welcome to the Jason Coleman Show, and thank you all for joining me today in our little time machine back to the year 1973. Today's episode of our show is the latest in our Country Piano Yearbook series, in which I am bringing that signature slip note piano style of my granddad Floyd Cramer to a certain year in time and putting my own spin on the biggest country songs of that year. So 1973 is where we're going to be spending all of our time together over the next little bit. Now, this was still a few years before my time, but for some of you, these songs might take you right back to a certain moment in time, to a memory, hopefully a good memory for you. And for me, though, it's just sort of fun to dig into some of the history of these songs and bring a little bit of piano magic to each one of them. So thanks for tuning in. Let's get to it. The song I just played for you to start things off was a #1 country hit in 1973 for Marie Osmond, Paper Roses. Now, did you realize, I didn't know this, Marie Osmond was just 13 years old when she recorded this song, and she had just turned 14 when it hit #1 in the fall of 1973. It's interesting because you think about, or at least I do, when you think about these teenage country dynamos like Brenda Lee, Tanya Tucker, Leanne Rimes, even Taylor Swift, it was actually Marie Osmond who to this day holds the title as the youngest artist, male or female, with a #1 country hit for Paper Roses. Interesting. Next in our lineup, though, let's get to another #1 song from 1973. This one for Jeannie Pruitt. This was her one and only #1 song, but it's a big one, and it really became her signature song. So we'll go from Paper Roses to Satin Sheets. Did you happen to see The Most Beautiful Girl? Made famous, of course, by Charlie Rich in 1973, and that's where we're spending all of our time here today on The Jason Coleman Show. The episode we're calling Country Piano Yearbook 1973. The Most Beautiful Girl was Charlie Rich's second #1 country hit of 1973, following Behind Closed Doors earlier that year. This song, Most Beautiful Girl, crossed over to #1, not just in the country, on the country charts, but also on the pop charts as well. And then it led to 5 more country #1 hits the following year for Charlie Rich also, which maybe I'll cover one of those 1974 hits in our next episode. We'll see. So during this time, Charlie Rich was winning Grammys and CMAs and ACMs left and right. This is really the very peak of the Silver Fox's career with Behind Closed Doors and The Most Beautiful Girl. But for now, we'll move on from Charlie Rich to put the spotlight on another country legend who had 3 #1 songs in 1973. This was actually a song that ended the year at #1 during the holiday season, which is appropriate for this song. Here's my take on a Merle Haggard country classic from 1973. We're gonna hold on. George Jones and Tammy Wynette, the president and first lady of country music. This song was their first number one as a duo, and I believe it was their only number one as a married duo. Their other number ones, Golden Ring and Near You, both came a few years later after their divorce. But for today, we're going to hold on to 1973 in this great song. That's where all of our songs are coming from today in this particular episode of the Jason Coleman Show. It's the latest in our Country Piano Yearbook series, taking some of the greatest songs in country music history year by year. Here I'm playing them on the piano for you. Although I should say the greatest songs in country music history and beyond country music, because it is fun sometimes to reach outside of strictly country songs here and there and give them a little country piano flair to a song or two. And this next song is one of those songs. It actually ranked as the number one most popular song of 1973, spanning all genres, not just country. This song was made famous by Tony Orlando and Dawn. So let's tie a yellow ribbon now around the old oak tree. right, folks, it is time for today's special guest performance. And as seems to be the story lately with these performances, this guy is kicking me off this piano bench to play a song all by himself. Now, he's prepared a song for you that you're going to have to see and hear for yourself to believe. So would you please make welcome now our special guest, Mr. Avery Cramer Coleman.
Hey, it's me, Avery. The song I'm playing today is called Snowflake Rag. It's the first 3-page song that I have ever played in my piano books, in any of my piano books, in my entire life.
How about that? Thank you, Avery Cramer Coleman. Oh my goodness. Y'all, his fingers about came flying off his hands on that one. And what's crazy is he only started playing that song about 2 weeks ago. He is still brand new to it, but it didn't take him long. He learned it from his piano lesson book. And I tell you what, he's coming after me, folks. My days here on the show, I feel like are definitely numbered. We'll see. Well, until he takes over the show, I reckon y'all are stuck with me, and thank you for sticking with me here today and for 120 episodes of the Jason Coleman Show and counting. We have one last song here in a moment, but before we go, just a couple of quick reminders. First, Everyday Piano. These are my free Song of the Day emails. If you're not on our list, you should be. It's a simple email from me each morning with a feel-good song to get your day off on the right foot with music. So sign up for Everyday Piano for free at jasoncolemanmusic.com. Also, on my website, you can sign up to become a supporter of our show. Now, the Jason Coleman Show is completely viewer and listener supported. We cannot keep bringing you music without your support, so we would love for you to join our supporter family to help make all of this possible. Plus, our supporters get lots of extra music, behind-the-scenes updates. It's sort of like a fan club, but we think of you as much more than fans. That's why we call it our supporter family. So join our family and support all the music that you see at jasoncolemanmusic.com/join or call the number on your screen. And then one more big announcement to pass along from you from this past week in case you missed it. Take a quick look. Listening to music has never been easier. This is Easy Play Music. Just plug in the stick, turn it on, and enjoy your favorite music anywhere, anytime. The all-new Easy Play speaker is wireless and portable. It's the perfect size for your kitchen, your bathroom, beside the bed, out on the porch. It's small enough to fit anywhere, but it packs a big sound, and it's easy enough for anyone to use it.
Even Grandma.
Especially Grandma.
Yeah. It's that easy.
Each Easy Play music stick contains hours of music by your favorite artists, like yours truly, Jason Coleman, and the legends from Country's Family Reunion.
If we make it through December,
you just plug in the stick and let the music play. And when you want to change, just unplug the stick and plug in a different one. The sticks are also USB, so you can plug them into your car and listen. And the speaker is powered by Crosley, the most trusted name in music players. These sticks and speakers go together like peanut butter and jelly.
You mean biscuits and gravy.
This is Easy Play Music. It's the perfect gift for the music lover who's tired of the hassle of streaming. No apps, no passwords, no Wi-Fi.
No problem.
Just good old music the easy way. Visit easyplaymusic.com to see all the music available and order your Easy Play Music sticks and speakers today. You can order online or call the number on your screen to order toll-free over the phone. So start listening to music the easy way with Easy Play Music. This is the new Easy Play speaker powered by Crosley, and they work great with these Easy Play music sticks that you just plug in and they play. We've got my piano music on these sticks, plus new releases from our friends at Country's Family Reunion. Now, many of y'all I know over the last year have been enjoying our Easy Play music box. This is the next chapter in our Easy Play adventures, and really the beginning of many more releases from many more artists to come on these music sticks. It's been so much fun hearing from many of you how this new way to play music has been really sort of a game changer for you around the house and everywhere you go, and we cannot wait to get these new speakers and sticks in your hands and for y'all to really help us share the music far and wide to all your friends and your loved ones, anybody who needs to have music around the house like this. Speaking of getting it in your hands, by the way, our first round of orders should be already in some of your hands, or if not, they should be arriving any day now here from this past week. If you've not ordered yours yet, you can do so now, though, at easyplaymusic.com or call 833-633-8885, and you can order by phone. So start listening to music the easy way with Easy Play Music. All right, thanks again for watching today's episode number 120 of The Jason Coleman Show. I'll leave you now, as always, with one last song.
Thanks for watching The Jason Coleman Show.
From our family to yours, thanks for tuning in and for all your support.
See you next time.